Welcome back. My next guest wants you to know that the marketing industry is more than just Mad Men. I'm joined now by Francesca Tiolecco of Kimmer's Ad House. Hi, Francesca. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I want you to start off by telling us a little bit about your background as a professional, because you've worked in a couple of different industries, right?
Yeah, so I graduated in 2011. I used to do finance and tech news for a company called the Financial News Network Online. And working there, it was during the recession. It was not the happiest news. That's why I really focused on doing technology, because it was a little bit happier, and it was really my big interest to talk about like Google, Sony, everything that was going on. So that was my first job out of college. I got into NYU in 2013, and I got into their grad school program for communications management and technology, and that's where I got my experience with advertising. So my first advertising job was for a company called Juice. They did healthcare advertising, and so that's how I got my advertising skills acquainted with me. So long story short, I went from doing traditional media all the way to digital marketing, which is what my focus is now. I worked with clients such as IBM, Oreo, Sour Patch Kids. The cool thing about working at big agencies like that is you get free samples.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, so I moved to Buffalo in 2019 with my husband, and I worked at a couple agencies out here, but since January, I filed for my own LLC, so I'm doing my own marketing. I've worked with companies such as Douglas Jamal. He was my first client. I worked with Nowhere Lounge, and now I'm working with Ted's Hot Dogs.
Nice. Well, tell us a little bit about Kimmer's Ad House and what inspired you to start it.
As a person who worked in the advertising agency, I've always wanted to have my own. Actually, there's a really fun fact about me. I was on a dating show on MTV when I was in college.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
And one of my fun facts was I wanted to open my own PR firm. So I guess be careful what you wish for, because I started my own company basically, and that's when I was like, okay, dreams do come true. So that was something that I wanted to always do. And my mom was an entrepreneur growing up, so I always looked up to her to see, like, you know, what types of things that I was really excited about. So yeah, it was just like a fun fact. And again, I guess whatever like you put out there in the universe, it comes back to you.
Did you meet your husband on that dating show?
No, I lost.
Okay, that's okay, because you won.
Yeah,
you won.
I won something.
Well, why don't you talk about some of the services that you provide to your clients?
Yeah, so I do mostly digital marketing. I also do some brand strategy. So for example, when I'm working with Tipico, we're working with their marketing strategy. They have they're a big brand here in Buffalo, as we know. They're down on Elmwood. They also just have like people who don't really know. This is an ad agency that's mostly for people who don't want to pay the agency fees. Unfortunately, a lot of big agencies that we heard of, such as Gray, Ogilvy, they pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars for brands. Even smaller brands, they will charge over like $5,000 for them. So for me, just to come in as a consultant, I am giving them like, you know, digital marketing, SEO, you know, paid search optimization, you know, paid media. So I'm here to like consult them to tell them what's the good way for their direction.
Now, what is the best way for a brand to get in touch with you, or a new company? Do you work with smaller, you know, small businesses?
Yes, I mostly work with small businesses right now. I do really more comfortable doing that because there's not too many layers in a company. So you can be reached at my website is Kimmers, KIMMERS _adhouse, ADHOUSE.com. I have my information on the very bottom, and you can call me or you can shoot me an email.
Very nice. What's your favorite part about working with your clients and really personalizing what you're going to do with them?
It's just getting your feet wet and learning more about a company. You get so inspired by people's stories, and I think that's something that a lot of brands should do, even if you're a person too. Like, you should build that brand, and I think building that story about who you are and what you're doing and your mission and how you want to get your consumer to really like be like a dedicated fan. I think that's really important. That gets me excited every day.
It is really important for small businesses to understand the importance of sharing yourself, right? And being comfortable with letting your story be part of your brand's or your product's story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a really good experience.
Alrighty, beautiful, Francesca. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about your journey. We wish you continued success. I know that dating show didn't work out, but she got a ring on her finger anyway, so look at that. And she's got her dream job. Well, if you would like to learn more information or connect with Francesca, you can visit kimmers-adhouse.com or find her on social media. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.